Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to make a shirt. You can check out like previous videos where I do stuff like this, but I'm thinking this time around I might do something a little different because she's a lady. Okay, let's go in here and I'll quickly go to create polygon cylinder. Okay, we're getting into a torso-y area. Okay. And just kind of roughly getting an idea what I think here for the body. Maybe I'll go a bit wider for now. Okay, and I've got to think about how this is going to fit together. And what have I got here? So if I grab this and I grab the edges, what have I got? 16? Well, that's perfect! Okay, so if I go and I grab the cylinder and I bring this down to 16, those are going to join together really, really well. Okay, 16 is a good number. I like that number a lot. And then maybe subdivisions in height. We can start to put in this for now. And I'm just trying to figure out. Sometimes it's hard to tell how to go on this without a leg in here. So I'm just going to go in here to create polygon cylinder. I'm going to create myself a leg. Okay, because we're going to make kind of pants. And I'm going to say the bum is going to go in there. Okay, great. And I'll take those subdivisions down right now. I think for the leg we can get away with 12 easily. Maybe a couple of subdivisions in the height. Okay. And just kind of getting an eye what I think about this. Pull this down a bit. Actually, I don't think I need to do any more. I should be good. Okay, so let's just take this, and I'm going to grab the faces up here. Okay, and I'm going to get rid of those. And I can do the same thing here. Sometimes I do this other trick where I grab the vertice in the center, and then I right-click, go to faces, boom, or you can hit Control F11 on the keyboard, and it does the same thing. Okay, so there's some hotkey tricks. And what if I go in here and I grab this face, double click on that face, and if I put on some soft selection, whoop, okay. And can I pick walk faces? Of course not. So maybe if I go in here and I grab the vertices, okay. Okay, and maybe try and you gotta watch out with giving too much posture like this. Like if I do this, this makes it harder for the character to bend over, but I think I'll do something like that. And then what if I go and I grab the bottom and grab my rotator? This is gonna give me something kind of interesting and stylistic. Okay, great. And then what if I go over here and I grab... Oh, you bastard! Grab the vertices here. And maybe a little bit like that. Grab that and scale that out a bit. Scale this in a bit. Scale that in a bit. And also, too, I have to be kind of careful when I'm doing this because I also want to have it so there's a slight bend in the knee. Okay. And there we go. Actually, what if I grab, say, this? Pull this way a little bit, just kind of figuring out roughly what I want. Okay. Actually, that shouldn't be too bad. As I'm visualizing, figuring out how it's going to work. Okay, and what time are we at? 4 minutes? Okay, great. If I take the body here, and I took that and I joined them together, mesh, combine, delete the history, can Alt-Shift-D, then I can quickly go in here and grab, say, this edge. I'm just going to turn off the soft selection, that edge, and I'm going to go and use my happy bridge. Boop. And again, with the happy bridge, if I go into divisions and I crank into division, you bastard! You bastard! Why is that? Okay, weird little bug, Lambert 1, and everything's happy times. Okay, and then I've got this arm here, and the arm, what does it have again? It has 12, I do believe? 12 edges. And so this one here, you take a look, this face, this one, this one, this one, that's 4. And then if I take these two onto here, 4, and then we get like another 4. Just hold on a second, what do I end up with? So if I delete that, that's where my arm's gonna fit in. Let's just double check, what do we got for edges on that little hole right there? 10. So, what's the easiest way to do this? What if I took, say, this edge, here, this edge loop, and I pulled this down a little bit, and I took this and I went edge ring and split, and now I take a look, and now I've got 12. So that matches up perfectly. So if I take these two pieces, and then I go in here, edit mesh, and I hit mesh, combine, delete the history, and then I grabbed this edge loop, that edge loop, and I hit bridge again. And then when I bridge, you know what? Instead of going in and playing with the divisions, what I think I'm just going to do is grab this and edge ring and split, and that way I don't have to change the material again. Okay? And I can start to sculpt that. Maybe here I'll do the same thing. Feels like that could be good for sculpting. Okay. And now I'm modeling half the character, so I think if I go in and get rid of this, there, I could probably, while I'm working right now, that should be fine. Actually, let's just take a look at that shoulder. The shoulder looks crappy. Looks really, really crappy. Actually, I just realized I'm probably sitting far too way away from the microphone. Maybe I'm too relaxed. What if I go back down to Paint, Sculpt, and instead of that, I'm going to use Pull. Make my brush a bit bigger. I'm holding down B. The maximum displacement, if you hold down M, it'll pull this out. Then I can hold down Shift, and that'll smooth things out, so I can kind of pull things out, smooth them back, pull them out, smooth them back. Okay. And also, too, if it just seems too strong, here, if you hold down M, I might pull it back a bit and build that out a bit, build that out a bit, smooth it back. Okay. And let's see, what if I take this, and if you hold down, what is it, Alt, that's going to push in? No, Control pushes in. I was thinking ZBrush for a moment, and I'll smooth that out again. Okay. Great. Okay, so that's not looking too bad. And let's go in and delete the history. What time are we at? 8 minutes. Okay, so then I'm looking at this leg that I've got. Let's do my little trick where I grab the vertice, doop, doop, boop, and delete. Okay. And how do I want to do this? Do I want pants or do I want a shirt? The whole body. Oh, what the hell was that? I think what I'm going to do is I'll make a pair of pants here. So let's just go in here and double click on these edges. And if I go ahead and I extrude, what is it? Hotkeys, Control E. Switch from local to global. And I can pull that up. If I hold down J when I'm scaling, I can scale it flat. You liar. Switch to the scale tool, and then when I do it, boop, there, flat. Okay. And I'm just going to bring this over this way a little bit. Okay. I didn't actually, it looks like I don't actually need to do the scaling it flat, because I'm going to put this kind of thing here. Okay. And then maybe here if I go in and I grab my faces from here to here. You know what, I'm just going to grab this one and this one, and I'm going to scale them apart a bit. And I think that will make good pants. Actually, just one second, we're just going to undo that. And if I hold down X, boop, there, now it's snapped to the middle, and I can delete those. Okay, and once I get something like this in, I can start to build my pants. Actually, I'm not sure about the look of this yet, but whatever. Just going to go in and hit the insert edge loop, pop a loop here. And I kind of maybe notice that my crotch area is going to get potentially weird. And I typically like it if my edges, come on, here aren't so close to the front like this. We'll take this over a little bit, and I'm just going to scale it a bit. Okay, and some of this stuff is going to have to come out in the sculpting, or maybe I'll pull some vertices here so everybody's happy. Pull this, flatten out the front of this a bit. Okay. Okay, great. But I'm not crazy about this. If I go in here and I get the split polygon tool, I might want a split that's closer to the front of the crotch, like that. Then I get a triangle here, but if I go like that, then oh, you bastard! Go from there to there. Boop. Now, I can delete that and get a quad. I'll do the same thing over here. Boop, 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 boop. There. And then if I just go over and I grab an edge, and get rid of that one. There. Now, I've got this nice quadded out kind of crotch area here that I can deal with, and I can keep inserting edge loops and keep myself happy. Okay, maybe pop a loop here. And what if I go in here and I start moving some stuff around? Move this up a bit. Okay, not sure about how I feel about this right here. Also, too, if you go in here and I grab a vertice here, we'll grab this vertice, hold down Shift, double click, get a vertice loop. Now maybe I'll grow my selection. If I go back and I find my fancy tool, right click, paint, sculpt, with those selected vertices, I can go in and hit the relax. I can hit flood. Okay, maybe that didn't do exactly what I was hoping for. That hit a little bit heavy-handed. What if I put my opacity down and hit flood? Okay, what if I take this and I grow the selection? Let me try it again. Let's see, move it up. It'll just don't have enough geometry. It's starting to spread too easily, so I need to put in more edge loops to get that to work. But I'm getting a nice butt. Starting to get there anyway. Just go and move this. Okay. I'm not sure. It feels like the torso's now too long. Feels like the leg's too short. So I might have to move some stuff up. Okay, and I'm giving the crotch too much, well, the leg here, too much of this. Let's go up here and grow the selection. Looks too wide in the crotch. Just move this leg over. And also, too, because I'm working without a model on the other side, this also is going to look really weird. Okay, just take those. I'm just going to give myself a quick extrusion. Boop. That's going to be my ankle, and I'll have feet in there soon. Here, I'm just going to grab this, and I'm going to do a edit, duplicate special. There. Perfect. Now, if I take this, I've got to make sure I freeze the transforms, modify, freeze the transforms, and delete the history. And now when I do that, duplicate special, everything will be fine. Maybe it won't. My pivot point's in a bad spot. D, X. Boop. There. Let's try it again. There. Okay, so now I can kind of work with this a bit more and figure out what I'm doing. Beep. Okay. Okay, so now I'm feeling a bit better about myself. Not too far, but, okay. And she's looking a bit thin here, but she is really thin. So I don't feel like I'm doing anything weird by saying that she's really thin. Okay, and, I think right around here I might stop for a moment.